This will be a fun video. This is a video I wish I had many years ago. This is a video of how I'm going to be styling my scarves. I have a lot of scarves. So what we're going to do is that for every scarf that I have, I will come up with a specific style. And then it'll be good to see how to use the scarf. I think I want to divide it into a few categories. The first one is the standard size, which is a bit, usually it's the 90 by 90 cm. And then I have smaller sizes as well, which is usually 70 by 70 cm. And then I have bigger scarves and then long scarves. So they will have different kind of styles. In general, the styles will work with very similar sizes. So we have a lot to go through. Let's get started. The first one we're going to do is we're going to start with the 70 by 70. So it's the smaller sizes. And this is the first one that I have. To be fair, they're all silk scarves, and I don't know if this will work for other kind of scarves. What we're going to do is we're going to take a 70 by 70 and we're going to make a little necklace. This is one of the styles that I use a lot. In fact, I use them during winter times because I just want a scarf with me for versatility, and I'm always finding different ways to use my scarves. So what I do is, okay, wait, I need to show you. So scarf, make it into a triangle. From the bottom, just fold it to the middle. And what we want to do is we want to create a very long, thin strip. So I think maybe folding one more time, like this. What I do then is I put it around my neck and make it one long and one short. Yes. So, I mean, I'm just going to show you how I do it, and then you can figure it out yourself. This is also a video for me in the future because I'm always coming back to videos that I've recorded before as references. One long, one short. Take the short one will be on the left side. Take the long one, go over the short one, make a little twist, and then pull the long one back through the hole from top down. That's it. Then you just keep doing it. The long one above the short one, make a little twist, like just crisscross, and then pull it back again. Again, long one, short one, make a little twist, goes back. Long one, short one, make a little twist, go back. Long, on above the short, go below, so like a little knot, little twist, and then go through. And again, long, short, twist and go through. At the end, I don't like to show it, so at the end I always like to tie it behind as a little knot. And you can tie 2 knots to make it strong, but usually 1 knot is fine. Where is my knot? Here. Okay, there. So I usually, my end is small enough that I don't have to hide it, but if you want, you can just hide it inside. Some people also like the knot to show. I don't like the knot to show through. And I love this. This is such a casual look when you have a turtleneck on, or you have like this, right? If I don't wear my necklace, this is a perfect look. I also really love the details. It's this cute little knot situation going on, and the side is, the side is just your regular scarf. So this is perfect. I have done this many times, and it depends on the color of and the style of your scarf as well. I like that there's so many different kind of funky colors here, so I will wear something plain like this satin spaghetti top, and then you just pair it. It works perfectly. That's it. This other scarf method is one of the few that I wear quite often. So I've got this scarf from my mom's friend in Georgia. I think Tbilisi has very nice scarves. So I'm going to style it a bit different. So I wore this during autumn in Georgia. So it got a little cold, and this was a perfect little warmth around my neck. Like, again, fold it into a triangle. Then what I do is I put it across my back, okay? Put it to the front so the triangle lays flat on my back. Then I do a crisscross, then crisscross, tie it back, make a little knot. So you could do it like this, so it just keeps it warm. Or what I really like to do, okay, you know what? Let me, so that's one way. The other way is to put the triangle in front. So, triangle in front, crisscross, and you can just do a little knot over here. You can put it to the side as well. And it's quite a cute little detail. I like this look. It's sometimes I think it might look a little as stewardess like, but I think it depends on the color of the style of your scarf, and also how you dress it up and down. So this would be perfect. Having a very thin cashmere jumper on, jeans, and then you're good to go. I wore this to ride horses too, I believe. Very warm. This scarf, I'm going to style this quite simply. So I do have a French knot in my hair, right? A French bun, like this. So usually when I do this for my hair, I don't put a pin in there. I use little bobby pins to put it in place. So I don't use a hair stick. But for the sake of this tutorial to go really fast, let's just assume that the hair stick is not there. So this one is very simple. Actually, I wear this quite a lot. I wore this, yeah, I wear this too often. So this is where I want to protect my hair. Again, scarf, fold it into half so you have a triangle. And then you just place it on your head. At the end, you just crisscross it. At least I like to crisscross it. And tie it around your neck with the flat part down. So like this. Voila! You look so, I don't know, I always feel like I'm in the French Riviera when I'm dressed like this. There are a few ways you can make it neat. Number one, having because my hair is very, very soft and very silky, which means it can slip off my head very easily. And so I always need a French bun in place. But I imagine if you have like denser curly hair, yeah, you probably don't need, you can just have your hair down and then just tie it around and it works. I really like it because when you have your French bun in place, sometimes when the wind blows, your hair can get little frays, and I find that quite messy and not very elegant. So what I do is I just have this on and then go out. When I'm indoors, or when, you know, I do want to show my hair, what I do, I put it like a hood, you know? You just put it down, which is also really cute. Isn't it? I really like it. That's another style. Fun fact, for all these styles, for the 70 by 70, you can also use the 90 by 90. So why is it lame? Because this is one of my favorite scarves. However, I just use it so much, it's just a little fragile. So this is going to be another one for the hair. I'm just going to let my hair down. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold it into half. Like this, into a triangle. And this is the pirate style. And I use this in summer when I'm just too lazy to get my hair up, but I still want to have my hair in place. So you just put it on your head, on your forehead, like this. The back will look like this. Okay? Take the sides, tie it while pulling the top part in place. And then just make a knot. It depends on how high your forehead is, I guess. For mine, it just a normal one would do. I can still see my eyebrows. I guess some people with higher foreheads, maybe you want to be a bit lower, I don't know. And then just tie a knot, double knot. And then that's it. Sometimes I have my hair back, and then I have big chunky earrings, so it's pretty. Or I have it covering my head. It's like from the front, it looks like a little bit like a turban, I think. But it looks really cute. What you could also do is you can put a nice little necklace on it and then secure it in place. So it's like a head jewelry. I also have a lot of these head jewelry, so this can help keep my hair down while I have the head jewelry. I think it's really pretty. Simple, easy, kind of lame, but hey, if it works, it's not stupid. Now we go to the interesting part, which is wearing them as clothes. I'm going to show all the 90 by 90 as wearing them as clothes. And I do this because I don't like packing a lot of stuff when I go on holidays. And so I usually take 1 or 2 scarves, find out like 1,000 ways to wear them, and they have the same scarf but wear it in different ways, so you have different kind of outfits and you don't really have to carry a lot of things. So I'm efficient that way. Alright, you can see me and that's enough. We're going to start with the 90 by 90, and we're going to start with some funky tops, which, we'll start with my favorite ways of wearing, and then if we need more ideas, we go to the classic styles. So I'm going to wear this as a toga top, and I wore this in Pompeii last year because it was very hot, but I still want to look nice and fun. Silk is perfect for hot weather. So what you do this time, don't fold it into a triangle now. Take the square one, take the 2 ends, so this the length side, just tie a little knot. Double knot it because you don't want it to fall out. So you have a simple knot like this, okay? Next, what you want to do is to put your head and one arm through. Like this. Picture it? This is how it's going to look like. Next, we're going to take the ends of the other 2, tie them together. Basically, we're going to tie here for the arms, and then tie for the ends and hands, and then tie here to make sure it's close to your body. That's it. It's quite simple. Of course, you need to adjust it. So what I do is I like to have the front more covered, so I put it to the front, tie it and tie it. So let's go. Very simple. One knot, so it's your arm like that, and then another one here. For this part, you definitely want to double knot it. Yeah, you want to make sure it doesn't come off. Here, 1 knot, and then the second knot. Voila! Yeah, there. That's it. It's simple. It's easy. I just love it. And this is what it looks like. It's simple, it's casual, it's elegant, it's easy. I feel like you could have gotten 100% silk top like this in shops for $100. You just buy a scarf and there's like 1,000 ways to wear it. Easy. This is a new style that I found out recently and I love it so much. In the last 7 days, I've worn it twice. This is good for people of any size, which I think is functional, right? And we're going to use 2 scarves this time. The secret is that you need to get two scarves of similar style. So lucky for me, I've got these 2 Saint Laurent scarves that are both floral tribal. I also have another one which is an Hermes and Ferragamo. They're both pinkish, and so they both work. And ideally you want something similar. What we're going to do basically is to wear them as a top, like this. You'll see. Okay, so take 2 scarves, figure out which one you want for the front, which one you want for the back, although it doesn't really matter. Next, what we want to do is figure out what the front facing side is. So this is the front facing side, and I know that because you can see the label, right, the logo. And so make sure that the front facing side is facing each other, and we're gonna tie them as a knot. So like this. Okay. So we're gonna line them up like this. Okay. This is one part of one scarf, and this is the other scarf. The front facing side is, they're both inside. So this is the back of the scarf and the back of the scarf. Okay. Now that we've lined them up together, what I'm going to do is to knot them. So line them up, take just one end, knot them up. So, you know, however you want to do a knot. I just do a simple knot like this. Take the other part, knot them again. Like this. So now you have like almost like a pillowcase situation with two knots on the end. What we're gonna do next is magic. We're gonna turn them over, and it looks like this. Okay? You have a hole, which is where your knot was, and then put your head through the hole. And this is where you can kind of adjust if it's not big enough. I am going to use the floral as the front. Okay. And then just adjust it. So where the knots are, it will become your kind of like a shoulder, where your shoulders will be. So think of it as like a shoulder pad. Okay? And because of the knot style, you have a very beautiful, interesting fabric design, and it's going to be different every time because the knots are not always the same. So there are two ways to wear it, I'd say. The first one, just wear it as a top and cover it like that, you know, and you can take a belt and belt it. So I was playing around with my mom the other day, just showing her all my new purchases, and then she gave me this belt from her, and you can just wear it like this. It's nice, right? The other way to wear it without a belt, because maybe you're on a holiday and you don't have a belt, is to tuck it in. So what I like to do is to tuck the front in first, and then take the back and make sure it covers the front, so you have more coverage on your side. Otherwise, it's just too open, and I think it looks a little vulgar. So this is what I mean, and this is the final look. I love it because it has a very nice cape-like style and structure. Also, if people who are a bit sensitive about their arms, this is great because the back scarf kind of covers your arm a little. So this is what it looks like. And you can see what I mean by having two scarves matching, because it looks like a piece with different designs and styles in place. And I really like that. It increases the wearability of your clothes, which, you know, to me, that's the main point. You want to reduce your cost of wear, which means keep wearing your clothes. Voila! It's also very functional. I did this cycling yesterday because I was running errands, and it was perfect for cycling as well. Super easy, super simple. Beautiful. Look at the details, okay? It has this boat neck kind of. Givenchy it's really famous for their boat neck because Audrey Hepburn really likes it, and I think it has a very similar style to it with this knot design. And it has a cape-like design because of the way you tuck it in. If you just tuck it as two separate pieces, I feel like you are a soldier in the medieval times, and it's like an armor. That's why a belt helps to change the design. But if you're going to wear it as a top, I think it's better if you tuck it in properly. Easy. Next, I want to feature one of my favorite scarves because of the technique it takes to create this. It's silk, and basically what they do is they create the design and they take out different fiber so that you have this translucent design. Okay, so this is how I'm going to wear this because I really want to showcase the design. and I'm going to wear it as a halter neck or halter top. The way I'm going to do it actually is to use a ring. I'll take the ends, pass it through a ring, and then tie it around my neck. Next, I'm going to take the sides, you can adjust it however you want, take the sides and then just tie it around my back. And then kind of just allow the design to just fold. So it looks like this. One way is to just let it kind of fold and sag through. The other way is to just take a little. You can create a little design like this. Or what I usually do as well is just to tuck it in and just kind of fold it inside. Because this is so thin and soft, it doesn't look bulky when you just tuck it in. Another way of wearing it, I do like as a top. So this one is quite simple. Leather scarf, fold it into half. Okay, and then place the ends under your arms, so like this. Take place the scarf under your armpits. For the two ends, put them to the side. Okay, take one over the other. Then you can double knot it if you want. Put your arms through. Oops. And then tie a knot at the top on your shoulders. I wore this out quite a few times actually. Okay, so what we need to do is we just need to tie it first to create a knot, and then it stays, okay? And this is what it looks like. It's a simple top. That's it. Sometimes I also put a brooch here. And you know, sometimes you want to tie this a bit tighter depending on, I don't know, your body size, I guess. But that's it. Super easy. Okay, now I want to play around with combining styles. So I just tie at the bottom, and then what I usually do is I tie the other end, and it can be like a halter neck like this. You know, and you know, I wear this out quite a bit like that because it's just so easy and lazy. And of course you can make it a lot tighter, but you know, it's just so easy. Anyone can do it. It's ridiculous. So I want to play around with the different stuffs because the whole the area around your neck can be quite, the size can be, there's enough space. So what I can do is I can put my arms through, and it becomes like a toga situation. And you know, it's still a scarf. You're still wearing it in a very normal way. But at least you can style it up and be a little bit more interesting. So I like this scarf because there's just a lot of things going on, which makes it great as a top on its own right, as opposed to just really plain. And then sometimes you just wear a blazer, you're good to go for springtime. The back looks like this. And it's basically taking the toga design that the previous scarf styles showed, and also just tying the ends around your waist. That's it. The only reason I don't really like wearing it so much like this is because the front is very baggy, you can see. So of course you just tuck it in, and it just, yeah, it looks much better like that. That's it. This one is fun because it's pretty much similar to the previous style, but you wear it in a different way and you get a very different vibe. So I'm not going to show you how I'll explain and walk you through how to do it. So the bottom, just as usual, tie the ends to the bottom, just like you would do with a halter neck. Just tie it to the side. Now, instead of putting it at the back, just put it to the side. Next, you will have, again, in the same situation, you will have the top. Okay, so basically, this is the usual halter neck, right? You tie both, and then you have a halter neck. Now, what we want to do is, in the same knots, turn it to the side, and with the hole where your neck is, put your arms through. Okay. Adjust it. So, well, I like my front covered, so the front is a lot more covered. And there you have it. It's just another, it's so simple, right? Scarves are so simple. It's pretty much all the same things. And it's pretty much all the same things, the same knots, the same styles, but or the same method of wearing, or combinations of different methods of wearing, and then you just move it around, turn it around, maybe add a brooch, add a scarf, add another scarf, add a different angle, and then you have something completely different. And this is what it looks like now. So this would be good for big prints like this. This is my Hermes alphabet scarf or letters scarf, and I just really like wearing it like that. Simple, easy. I mean, if you want, you wear something below, or you can have one of those body stickers. But I think it's fine. Wear it as it is. Okay, finally, last of this series, and you can see that after the basics of how to tie scarves, you don't really need to go through all the different steps. Again, we're gonna go with the same method, the halter neck style, which is taking a scarf, tying the back, and then we're going to do a halter neck. But this time, instead of just tying it to the back, what I like to do is, at the ends, knot it like this, and then tie it around your neck. So easy. Honestly, these are all so easy styles. Like that. Ooh. Ta-da! Super easy, super simple. Yeah. I think this is less than 80 by 80. This might be 80 by 80, not 90 by 90. So it's a little bit tighter here. This one is another toga method and in a different style. So what you want to do first is to, okay, this is the scarf. Take the ends and tie around your body. Okay. Next, at the top, gather everything together. Okay, and then just put it around you. There are two ways, I think. One, you can just tie it around your neck like this and make a knot, or just tie it towards the end and make a loop around your around your waist area. Okay, just imagine that I've made a knot because I need someone to help me with this. Then you could go out like this, or the other way I like to do is to take a little whatever string and then make a knot over here, like just tie it here, you know, and then like hide the string below, because then it gives, or you can wear a brooch, then it gives a little, because it gets very hot where I live. So it's better to just, you know, can tie it and make a different style out of it. This is quite easy. I wore this out quite a bit actually. But the tie, usually you need someone to help you. Yeah, but it should not be difficult. It really should not be difficult. I need someone to help me. But I'll attach a picture of what it looks like when you wear it properly. Okay, now we go to the big ones. The big ones are so easy to style. I think this is 120 by 120, and the rest of them are long rectangle. So I'll just show you how to style this this one. I really love this because it has all these crazy colors. So depending on what you want to feature, there are a lot of ways to wear this. I wear this as a dress, but also I'm going to use the big one to basically dress up in a way that we're dressing for the small ones. You can see the difference in style. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to make that top again. So take the bottom, tie it around my waist, and you know, with 120 cm, anyone can do that. But I want to tie it above my bust right now, like this. Next, we're going to do the toga style. So put it as a toga top, as a toga, and then tie it. So we did this just now, but we put this part under the bust. Now because there's a lot more fabric, we can do it over the bust, and you actually have a proper top that is covered. So it's a lot, yeah, it's better. So you can have a top like this. The other way you could do it, I don't, but you could, is to go under your armpits again, so both under your armpits, and you know, basically creating a bare shoulder situation. Easy. Okay, the next method, same big scarf. I'm going to show you how to wear it as a top. Okay, so take the ends, okay, one knot, and then one knot, yes, okay, so we do one knot, and then the other end another knot, so it's a bit like some kind of knot flower situation. Place it over your shoulders. Okay. Take the ends. So place it over your shoulder like that. So you have two ends flowing. Take the ends of each other and just kind of like tie it to the front. Okay. So basically the idea is that we are going to make a toga top. So make sure you're properly covered. I think this is better. I tried this before because the reason I bought this, I saw this on the mannequin and I really liked it. So I asked the store to teach me, but I guess because the mannequin doesn't move, so I guess it stays. I think, yeah, you could basically do this and use some stickers just to stick them to your body, like that. Yeah. Okay. The other way is to wear this as a proper top. I think the last time I did it, I think I made a toga. I made it toga. Okay. And then just, because there's so much fabric, right? So just kind of tie it like that. Wear with jeans, wear with trousers, good to go. I'm going to show you how I wore it as a dress. So, I believe I did it, I remember. I first tied it around my neck to just hold it in place. Okay, we'll deal with this later. Then I put it to the side. Okay, let's do it toga style. So we have more fabric for the side. I just tied it like that, and I make sure. Oh, I know, I remember. So instead of tying corners to corners, I do want the front to cover more of the back, like that. Okay? So similar to the two scarf method, we're going to allow the front to have coverage to the back. So I pull it up to have a bit more space. Instead of tying end to end, I tie the bit more towards the inside of the back, and then the front, the corner of the front. So the fabric covers. The fabric covers my body. Like that. Yeah. So I wore this as a dress. I wore it out in Milan. I wore it in Singapore, and it's easy. If you want, you can put some safety pins in place, but otherwise this is easy. So this is the actual scarf. I don't wear it as a top because as you can see, it's really translucent. However, I do wear it as a shawl. So I will tie a knot here and just put it as a shawl. It's perfect for springtime when the weather is changing or it gets a bit windy during the day. I wore this out many times like that. Easy. This one is my giraffe scarf from South Africa. It's also very translucent, so I don't wear it as I don't wear it as a top because it's just too translucent. However, when I go to the beach, I wear it as I think it's just called a sarong. So the long lengthwise against your waist, take the ends, make a big, just make a big knot, just tie it, and double knot it if you need. That's it. Just wear your bikini under and it's just so easy. I love summer. These are all perfect for summertime. Okay, this one is fun because this one I played around with it so many times, and I've worn this out insane amount of times, especially in Milan. So it's just a very long scarf. It's also very sheer, but I really like this gold trim at the end, and also this ombre effect, which sometimes could look like you're wearing two clothes, or like wearing different kind of clothes. So what I'm going to do, I remember, is to tie it around your neck first. So tie it around your neck, take the ends, put it over your body, so it creates this effect. Okay, and then so really you just make a knot, tie around your body, and then take the end and then just put it over you. So it's like a jacket, it's like a cardigan, right? Okay, and this could be enough. What I could do is I can tie a knot in the middle. So it's like that, and you could wear it as a cardigan. Could also drape it more in front as a cardigan. What I did in Milan was I wore this. I wore a little blazer over, and then just tuck this into my trousers. I really like the fact that you have these different colors shining through. The other way is also, okay, so that's one way to wear. The other way is to pull this out. Okay. Okay, so now you have two holes. Them through. You get a different kind of cardigan, like a cape situation. I like this. And you know, these are things that I do. I just take my scarf, tie little knots, play around with it, just put your hands or head through different kind of holes and see where it gets you. And sometimes you just come up with interesting ideas. I've never tried this before, but I really like it. And you see, you have the golden trim I'm talking about behind. It's lovely. If I turn it around, so I've got the golden trim in front, does it look good? Is this weird? Yeah, it's a little weird. To the side like this, tie a knot or have a belt. Now it becomes a top. With funky ideas, funky style, funky design. Put it through, oh look, put it through. And then put a belt, wear like a sateen spaghetti strap top under, put a belt through, you're done too. So flowy. Ah, see? Super easy. Sometimes it needs to be, the smaller ones, the 90 by 90 are better as tops, and then the bigger ones, especially the long scarves, they're nicer as different ways of wearing shawl-like situation. I like this. Easy. Kind of random, but I like it. Oh, our ends are still available, so if I do it toga again, which is the same principle of before, you could have such a funky design. If you go big, just be small like that. It becomes a top. And with multiple layers going through, it becomes less translucent, a bit more opaque. And I think I can definitely wear this as a top out. You can tie this tighter as well, and it can become a proper top. Easy! All you need is the foundations of tying knots, be willing to play around with things, with different styles, and then understand the principles, right? Sometimes it's halter, sometimes it's togas. You just tie it around your waist, and then just throw different, whatever holes that your head and arms can go through, just go through them and see how far it goes. This is another way. What I did was just here, right? I just put my arms through. If I tie it tighter here, it's another cardigan top. I love it. And that's my point. Scarves can be very easy. I guess people are intimidated because it just seems complicated. But if you have time, just take scarf, tie different knots around, put your hands through, your hands and arms, head through different holes, and see where it gets you. You never know. Different styles. Thing is, I cannot replicate this. I don't really know how. So I'm definitely going to be watching this quite often, just to see how I did it. Okay, that's it. One last one before I end. So this one's a bit different because this is cotton. And every time I go on a summer holiday, you know, at one point you will always find this with me. Because in summertime you go to the beach, and I don't want to lay on the beach. I also don't want to bring a beach towel. I know a beach towel is different from regular towels, it's much bigger and all that. But you know, I'm a very practical, minimalist person. I just take one scarf like this, and throw it on the sand, and I can just lay on the beach. After I'm done, wipe it like this, because it's also cotton, so it's quite absorbent, so if I go to the water, I get dry. Then what I do is I just take the ends, tie it around me, and then basically the same halter neck design again. Tie around your neck, tie around your waist. Tie it over here. And then now I've got my bikini under, I've got this almost like a summer dress top, and I'm ready to go wherever I need to go after being lying on the beach for a couple of hours. Amazing, amazing, okay? Life is good if you know how to play around with things. And that's the point, right? You don't want to buy one thing for one purpose. You want to get one thing with 1,000 different purposes, so you could increase your the wearability, increase the frequency of wear, reduce the cost per wear, and also stop buying stuff. So note to be, stop buying stuff, stop buying scarves. You have a lot of scarves now. You have more scarves than you can have the time and body to wear. So stop buying them, rewear your clothes, keep looking at your clothes, figure out what kind of styles work. You want it funky, you want it classic, you want it unique, you want it standard. It's all available, you just need to go and try. So that's it. This is the scarf tutorial and all the different kind of ways and funky ways to wear scarves. Has been on my list for a very long time, finally got it done. Yay! Bye!